Hey guys, it's me, Big Jack 24 here, and today I'm going to be reacting to Eastern versus Western Philosophers by Epic Rap Battles of History. Now, and yes, this will be the Queen version, since as I tend to be more of a show that does not really allow cursing to happen. Well, I might say hell every now and then, but let's face it, you would hear hell more often not than any of the other curse words you might hear. So yeah, so pretty much that. All the copyright does belong to Epic Rap Battles of History. So as I'm making no attempt on claiming their stuff on for all of them. As I'm just here to make a reaction, and before we begin, I thought I was about to sneeze, like I just had. Like, you know the feeling where you were just, like, about to sneeze? Like, it's a feeling where where your body knows you're about to sneeze. Then all of a sudden it just goes away. Yeah, that just happened to me. It's annoying, but I live through it almost every spring. Oh yeah, and let's begin. I'm just gonna ask a question. Is Is Lao Tzu related to Sun Tzu, or do they happen to have the same last name and are not related at all? At all, because I always get confused with this since I don't really I never studied Eastern philosophy, so the only one that I actually know here is Confucius, and that's only due to the fact that I just happened to really be interested into dinosaurs. I found out there's literally a prehistoric bird called Confuciusornis. And I literally searched up to who's Confucius, and I figured it out. Oh yeah, that is, yeah. This guy, I like this guy, Nietzsche. He's got such a good mustache. Like, I'm not joking. If you have a mustache that's able to keep on curving like that, like, I'm not joking. If you search up a picture of Nietzsche, like, yeah, pretty much, yeah, he's got a humongous mustache. Like, it's nice to know that they paid attention to that detail. Oh, yes. Out of these three, I know Socrates more than Voltaire or for Nietzsche. As Nietzsche, I more just looked up more recently, as I liked ancient Greece, so I studied a tiny bit of everyone now and then. I studied Alexander the Great, studied a few philosophers, and one of them happened to be Socrates. This dude literally invented Western philosophy, and he seriously did it by just questioning everything. And pretty much he was known as the Mad Gadfly. He's not lying. Western philosophy was his invention, not Eastern philosophy, since I don't believe at the time Socrates was around that that the Macedonian Empire was around. Can someone please explain to me if Nietzsche was actually a nihilist or not? Since it's sort of hard to do it. Yeah, Nietzsche fought hard for his wife. And yes, like, he had ideas then almost at the time that were of his time, which was way past these two times. In fact, out of all of these guys, Nietzsche was actually one of the last one of them to actually be alive. Since I should mention that Lao Tzu, Sun Tzu, and Confucius are all from China, while I believe Voltaire I know Voltaire is from France. From France, I'm pretty sure Socrates is from ancient Greece, and I'm pretty sure that Nietzsche is either from the German, and I want to say he's from the German Empire. Like, if I'm wrong about that, please correct me in the comments down below. Anyways, and yes, and this guy was a massive atheist. Besides, the stuff that he pulled out stuff that spiritual people need to think more. Need to think more since, he said, well, if we only get to live one life, then why waste it trying to invite in our life in the afterlife? Just live out the life as you need. Like, that's pretty much a summed up version of what he said. And he hated people who were anti-Semitic. He strictly called out his family members because I know that they're going to make a joke about it later. Because I need to make sure what I'm reacting to is clean enough for you guys because I just happen to hate hearing curse words when I know that there's potentially younger viewers watching me. So yeah. Anyways, let's continue. If you want to know what Voltaire means by better lovers, just literally think of what he did with Benjamin Franklin, and you might, well, not with Benjamin Franklin, but he pretty much did something similar to Benjamin Franklin, even though those two types of exist. And now, anyways, begin. Type of arrogance is sure to be expected from men who speak of wisdom with no clue of what respect is. And that's probably the main difference between Western and Eastern philosophy. That Western philosophy is literally questioning stuff, while Eastern philosophy, I believe, includes more knowledge of respect. If I'm wrong about that, just correct me in the comments down below. Once again, I don't really know that much about philosophy. Sloppy, needing discipline and life. You lack control of yourselves and of the mic. While we use precise strikes to disrupt your concentration, whipping our descendants will honor for generations. We build a nation and the present for living. The nation that they happen to be talking about is China. Since all three of them are Chinese. I don't believe that they all lived at the same time. No, it's like I know Sun Tzu's death is a mystery since it is thought that he would have died some point early on, but no one knows for sure on when he died. Most common thing is either 491 AD, I believe. If I'm wrong about that, just correct me in the comments down below because I really don't know and I can't hear you guys. To the wisdom we've written. I'll give you something you can bow and kowtow to. When I squat down and squeeze out a dow of poo and loud to. You need to take control of the life you're giving. Call me Uber, mentions I'm so driven. That's a little bit of a joke, in case you don't know, on one of Nietzsche's actual things in his books. Pretty much called something Ubermensch, and if I'm not mistaken, it means something to place yourself higher than the life of going to church or something, or taking the life in your own hands and not in the hands of so-called. If you guys can't see this, I'm using air quotes now. God. So pretty much, yeah. He did that, and then he make a joke about Uber. Wait, what? Did I hear that correctly? The yin and yang twins? Wow, that's gotta be some of the most offensive stuff I've heard. Wow. Well, I'm pretty sure I figured it out. Wow. Yeah, I don't know which one was more offensive, but I do get the reference. Wow, Socrates, that was one hard line. Sun Tzu's not lying when he wrote The Art of War. I mean, he's credited as one of the writers, but if he's credited as it, there's probably someone else who also read it. But I mean, yeah, Sun Tzu did write The Art of War. I haven't read it, but still would be on my to-do list at some point in my life. Get your guns out. These white boys getting burned, cause guess what? Not a sun's out. Is that a play on his name, or the fact that if people don't have sunblock, that they get sunburned? It's either got to be one of that. Well, this was made back in 2015, so it's not during the middle of the coronavirus pandemic like I am, or I could be at the very start of it. Who knows at this point? I don't know how long the coronavirus is going to last for, but so pretty much, yeah. So if you yeah, so that's why, since SARS was something that happened in the early 2000s, which was another virus that sort of spread around, but it was more contained. And the coronavirus, I believe, is a sort of like some scientists believe that coronavirus is more of a mutation of SARS, and something else. So yeah. And besides, anyways, on with the point. Point is that now time to hit them hard. Candide is the book, I believe, one of the books that Voltaire wrote. Wow. No. Nietzsche did not try to make a new German psyche. No, that was in fact either his family member. I don't know which one. Like, he straight up, like, one of them. It's like a family member. Like, right after Nietzsche died. Like, either on the same day or like just like a few weeks like after he died. Pretty much a family member just went around and edited his work to make like a whole united German republic from his works. In which what got him angry because it literally had a lot of stuff included with anti-Semitism, a united Germany, and Nietzsche was all against anti-Semitism. So I could almost imagine that he must have been furious once he's seen that family member in either heaven or hell or whatever you believe in. What happens to you after you die? But seriously, that must have been one frustrating experience. You wrote all your life's hard work, and then some of your family members just change it up to summon their life work. Yeah, this face does describe it perfectly. Either disappointed, and partial but angry. In case we didn't get the Third Reich reference, that's a reference to the Nazi Empire, which definitely did grow Jew hate. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I have to explain some of this. Yeah. So pretty much one of Sun Tzu's tactics is to turn your enemies against themselves if they ever work together. So pretty much now I'm about to explain this, but like neither Nietzsche or Voltaire are direct students of Socrates. No, if you want a direct student of Socrates, look at Plato. I ain't joking. Search it up. Wait. Oh no. See, Nietzsche's mistake here is that he called Socrates a plebe. So in case you don't know, A plebe during Socrates' time was essentially during Socrates' time, pretty much your title was pretty much everything to you. For the ancient Greeks, their title was everything. And it would be, and since, like they had city states, like pretty much like once you call like someone a plebe, it's like calling them a peasant. Pretty much what would happen is that since ancient Greeks are known to be a little bit more violent than what you might find in today's society, but pretty much, when you called someone a plebe back then, it literally meant, you're a nobody. Plus, besides, I'll give you a better example. So, if you were to call a king a plebe during that time, it literally would have meant that you just called the king a peasant, and you can guess what the king would do to you. Slice off your head or stab you. Yeah, so pretty much it's very. So for Socrates, that was very, very rude and offensive. Yeah, so pretty much, yeah. His name is kind of hard to actually spell if you don't know that his name is from German. It's from either German or Austrian root descent. I'm not sure exactly, but like on the way on how it's spelled, Nietzsche, you might think that it's just either Nieche. It's like either one of those situations, but like it's very rude. It's very hard to understand, not rude. I'm sorry. Sorry, I just got a lot on my mind recently. Well, what he means by that is because Socrates was forcibly fed hemlock, which is a poisonous plant, which would kill you. And pretty much, he was given that. So like he did willingly take it. Like it was sort of forced on him, but he did it. He did while he was still questioning things. Like I mean, that's how the judge sort of sentenced him to death, but well, he was sentenced to death for just being a public nuisance. Like that's just it. Alright, so if you're wondering what he said here, that pretty much that I find this hilarious is that right here I don't find it why that they blurred this out. It's like no. It's like what he said here, what Socrates said, since I actually watched the original thing, he said hang a sandal on the door. And in case you don't know, in ancient Greece, hanging a sandal on the door, which at the time sandals were literally shoes, since shoes weren't invented at that time. So pretty much on what he's saying there, hang a sandal on the door, which in ancient Greece sort of meant that you're banging someone, or someone's banging you. It's either way. Ancient Greece had a tiny bit of weird stuff in it, but it's ancient Greece, not modern day Greece. So pretty much, and also the ancient Greeks used to place a sock on the door. If it's a party for one. If you need an explanation for this, then just literally think about what a sock is to. And how do I say it? Oh yeah, pretty much if you see a sock on the door from an ancient Greece's perspective, that pretty much means it's a party for one, meaning that you're releasing some built up anger. If none of my teenage part of my audience understands that, or any of the young adults that do watch me understand that, then shame. Oh yes, thank you, Epic Lloyd, for giving us one of the best sucking jokes I've ever heard. Why is Sun Tzu right in the background taking pictures? Yeah, I mean, yeah, he is, Voltaire's from the Light and France period. He's not joking. Socrates is not joking when he said, you make a mockery of ethics and keep your fat nose in your coffee. Because if you don't know, Voltaire had a fat nose. And yeah, if you think modern day millennials are bad with coffee, well, it's estimated, like, Voltaire would have 50 cups of coffee in just one day. For, for the longest period of his life, Voltaire would drink 50 cups of coffee each day. If you're wondering how he's still alive, like, I'm not blaming you. It's either that the coffee must have been really weak or that Voltaire wasn't really affected by caffeine. He means, let me be honest. He means don't start a fight with the Frenchman. Benjamin Franklin he's referring to. Think about what Voltaire and Benjamin Franklin did with French women. Yeah, that should probably give you an idea. Turn them on themselves. Their chaos is our opportunity. You must remember, a bowl is most useful when it is empty. Nah, I mean that is true. Thank you, Lao Tzu, for that very good advice. Lao Tzu, I don't mean no disrespect, but you need to fill your bowl with some that makes some sense. Oh, you don't want to stand in the path of Lao Tzu today. I'll make you move. Get out the way. So, in case you don't know, the book reference that Lao Tzu said is that right here, The Way, which is one of Lao Tzu's books. Books is called The Way, so yeah. So like I like on how he sort of referenced a song that I sort of liked a while ago, which was called, I forget what it's called, but it had a line called "Move the B word, get out the way," and they're referencing it here. Get out the way. I don't know, as I don't understand rap battles. Akem. Compared to you, he's got pretty chill eyebrows. If you need eyebrows, when are you look at your own eyebrows? To-go box hat. Yeah, you do realize that ain't a to-go box hat. What Confucius is wearing is literally a to-go box hat. If you don't know what he said Confucius says you can now hold these fortune cookies. And in case if you don't know, he was sort of grabbing his balls through the cloak or robe or whatever he was wearing. Wow, he said that, and like I see the actor like struggling, trying not to laugh at that. The philosophy is very good. Ooh, Confucius versus Socrates. Socrates versus Confucius. Oh wow, most of these are just suggestions. Thank you, Timothy Doego, or Doeghetto, for going into this epic rap battle of history. Thank you, KRNFX, for helping them out. And thank you to MC Jim for playing Confucius. And so pretty much this is Nice Peter, Epicoid, and Zach Sherwin, I believe. Zach Sherwin does a lot of epic rap battles of history, and he's mainly more of one of the, I believe, one of the producers. And either Nice Peter Epic Lloyd would direct epic rap battles of history, and yeah, Nice Peter and Epic Lloyd do actually battle against each other a lot. Anyways, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to leave a like and comment down below on what you thought, and or if I'm still bad at reacting. Anyways, I still would kindly accept if you do tell me the truth. Since let's face it, I'm honestly not going to get better if you just tell me lies. And so, anyways, I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.